Alright.
Hey, my name is Buddy.
And my name is Glenn.
And we have decided to start this YouTube channel to teach information and different meditations to actualize your full potential as a free-willed, sovereign human being. We are trained in the Mao Shan sect of Taoism. We specialize in curse removal and demon fighting. Although we have knowledge of many different types of traditions from across the globe, through a step-by-step process, our goal is to teach in a practical and efficient manner subjects like ritual magic, life extension, spell work, qigong, breath work, and a multitude of other practices with origins throughout time and space. So Glenn, I want to start with you and just kind of ask you, how'd you get your start? How'd you start on this path?
Well, it started at a very young age, I would say, just questioning everything around me, questioning my reality, and trying to figure out the missing links. My dad would show me all kinds of conspiracy stuff growing up. It's pretty much all we would talk about, and it gave me a big head start at a very young age with this knowledge. And I feel it's my goal to teach you guys.
Yeah. Well, it's definitely needed in the world right now. As many of you may know, watching this video, the world is going through a major shift. And it's going to take things like this, where we're proactively taking action and putting out this information to people so that more and more people can hear this. I'll get into a little bit of how I got my start now. Really, I was never shown anything like this. I never had a mentor. Like Glenn said, his dad was into this. I was just raised by my mom. My dad wasn't in the picture. He was actually a Freemason, but I never got to really see any of those teachings. And my mom was a high priestess at one point for a coven, but she never really got into these subjects with me. So really I started to get into things like conspiracy theories and wonder about aliens, and have always been a curious child as when I was young, and just into different things like Easter Island. But really what got the start for me going was I was actually having these psychedelic journeys. And through these psychedelic journeys, I would, for example, take psilocybin mushrooms and do it in a very therapeutic manner, because I had done research probably for about 2 years before I ever took my first psychedelic, because I did not want to compromise my physical health in any type of way. At that point, I wasn't even considering my spiritual health. But it really helped to kind of create these neuronal connections a bit more, and just get me to think outside the square a bit more. So, it just developed from there, from conspiracy theories into different types of ancient traditions, and really just got to the full potential of a human being and what we're really capable of, and what's been talked about in a lot of these ancient cultures, how we have these innate abilities being humans, but they have been suppressed over a certain period of time through genetic modification and just societal constructs that have not kind of supported the growth of the more, you could say, powerful aspects of ourselves, which is really natural. What we call supernatural is really what's supposed to be the natural kind of part of our lives, is naturally having telekinesis and psychic abilities and being able to manipulate energy and the elements itself. So yeah, I mean, really, I was 16, and I had been into UFO research for a little bit, and ended up seeing my first UFO up close. It was probably about half a block away, and yeah, I was with 3 other people, and just to preface this, we weren't on any kind of drugs, we weren't on any kind of mind-altering chemicals that would have caused a hallucination or anything like that. We were just talking, and it had just gotten dark, maybe around 7:30 to 8. This was summer here in Colorado, over at just about 3 blocks from the Peterson Air Force Base, curiously enough. And within a matter of probably 2 to 3 seconds, we saw this craft go from obviously outside of the atmosphere of Earth, to where it was almost barely visible to the human eye, to being, like I said, about half a block away from us. And I wasn't actually the first one that saw it. The friend to my right, Kenyon, he saw it first and pointed it out, and we saw it come in at astronomical speeds, completely silent. And it was actually the kind of typical saucer shape that you see, and it did not have like the glass bubble at the top, but it was like the typical kind of saucer shape. And on the bottom, on the top, it was just kind of a lot of sectioning, and almost looked like there was breaks in it was like gray metallic look. Not shiny, but more of like a matte gray look. And the whole bottom was sectioned off with all different types of multicolored lights. That was almost had squares. The lights were shaped in squares all across. And the time that this took to all happen, so like I said, it was about 2 to 3 seconds for it to come outside of the atmosphere to half a block away from us, right in our face. And by the time it's coming into the atmosphere, I'm stumbling towards it, and then it gets right to us, shows its whole underside with these glowing lights, and then takes off at about a 45-degree angle from when it came in and then came out, and the same kind of timing from when it went out, and just like that 2 to 3 seconds, completely silent. It went out of the atmosphere, completely out of the capability for the human eye to see, and that's how far away it was, within a matter of less than 10 seconds. And that's what really opened it up for me. I had believed in aliens and UFOs right prior to that, but seeing it like that and having that intimate experience, as I said, I was about 16 when this happened. Speaking to you today, I'm 23 years old, quite a bit down the path, but it just opened things up for me. I really started to research this more and to question a lot of these government cover-ups. And curiously enough, I called my mom exactly after this happened, because this was just a baffling experience. And I remember 2 or 3 fighter jets going in like the general direction of the UFO that we had just witnessed, whether this was like a misdirection tactic or whatever it was. I mean, this thing had left the atmosphere. There was no way they were going to catch it. But I think it was definitely more of just a misdirection tactic. Really catapulted me on this, and just led into getting into more esoteric practices. Me and Glenn here are both Qigong practitioners and breathwork practitioners. I've been practicing Qigong for seriously every day for more than 5 years now. And before that, I was into breathwork every day for about a year. and it's just steadily progressed. Now I have things in my daily practice that are part things like Kundalini yoga, breath work, qigong, different types of nei kung practices, which is actually a form of qigong. So yeah, it's just progressed from there, and now I'm training to be a shaman, and yeah, I'm really happy with the way my life is going, and the benefits, the practical benefits that I have from this path. At the same time, you'll see later on as we progress, me and Glenn are, as much as we're into the esoteric, deeply spiritual concepts, we are very science-based. And so you'll see a lot of times we'll get information from certain universities, prestigious scientific labs, and cite our sources supporting the spiritual concepts that we speak of. So yeah, that's just a little introduction from us. We will see you in future videos. We're going to be posting some more. This is just our introduction. I've recently went down to Florida, where supposedly the portal opened up and some shadow beings or extraterrestrials came out. I'll upload that one here very shortly. But yeah, I'm just restructuring this YouTube channel, and I'm happy to have you guys with us.